does that draw feel? Does it feel like almost like a loss? I felt like you guys played amazing. There was a couple weak points, but a draw against the man down, that's obviously has to feel some way.
Yeah, I think you said it right. A little deflating, a little disappointing in ourselves. I think we all could have had a little better performance early on. We got punched in the mouth, and it was kind of tough to claw back. And we saw at the end of the last year that all these points matter. So I think we kind of have to change focus, head into Philly, and get our first win there. I think in 4 or 5 years.
You go down twice, come back for the draw. What does that say about the character of the team at this point in the season?
Yeah, I think the positive note is what we shown we're resilient in times this year. I think a lot of times we've gone down this year, whether it was in Houston or in Montreal last week or even tonight, and we've clawed back. And I think that's kind of one positive. But over the course of the game, we have to be better.
Can you just talk about the momentum shifts throughout the game? There was a lot of stoppages, a lot of fouls, and how difficult it was to try to just get your guys' game going.
Yeah, I think we kind of have to just refocus each time and kind of know how the refs call in the game and kind of adapt in that regard. And I think there were points where we were kind of on top, but we just couldn't, get over the hump. And I think, in games going forward, that we'll learn from this, and it'll be a positive.
Sean, sometimes it can be difficult to be the team that has 11 men playing against 10 men, knowing what the opposition's going to do bunkering in. Do you think that that's sort of the way today went? Was it something DC was doing, or was it more that didn't take chances when you had them?
Yeah, they made it a little tough. They slowed the game down as much as they could, and we kind of just couldn't get our rhythm right. And I think, like I said earlier, a lot of guys, myself included, we got to look in the mirror. It wasn't our best performance, especially from the start, and it was tough to call it back in this game.
Sean, you had a young, new center-mirror partnership in front of you. Can you just talk about working with Ronald and Wiki and kind of building that relationship that you obviously had with Daniel and Amaya? Obviously, Daniel comes back next week.
Yeah, it was great for those guys to get the opportunity, and they'll continue to grow as players. They're great guys to have in the locker room, and I think they'll have a long career. They have a lot of potential, and I think the start of the game they're a little shaky, but I think they grew into it, and they'll continue to be dominant performers in the midfield. I think that's a position here that we kind of excel at, and a lot of these young guys grow and exceed. And I think Wiki and Ronnie will be very good players.
Do you take any positives that you're still undefeated at home, 10 games, and you're not losing any of these games, even though you're not playing the best to your ability so far?
Yeah, I think that's a big testament to the crowd. During these low moments in games, we kind of hear the crowd backing us and cheering us on, and I think that kind of helps us get these goals and get these big moments in these games. And I think, like I said, a testament to them, and we love playing here, and we love playing in front of these fans.
Last question.
And did you get to see any familiar faces after the final whistle? Troy was a part of the team before, and the same with Jared Stroud. And did you get to exchange any sort of interaction with them?
Yeah, I just told them afterwards we'll talk after. I'm sure we'll see them in the hall out here. And I think Red Bull is a big community. Everybody wants to be part of this club. And if you look around the league, there's so many guys that have been here, or even coaches that have been here, that go on to succeed in different clubs. So I think it's a testament to this club that they produce a lot of great players, coaches, and staff.
Thank you, Sean.